everybody, it's Emma. I am back with a reading. And this one is, like always, I ask for kind of collective, or for it to reach who it's meant to reach. But this time I really called on like this energy of transformation. How I had like a little speech to myself in spirit before I started this, and it was really just to talk through how it feels like a very long cycle is being completed right now. It feels like, God, I know for me, it feels like over a decade of just like this one energy. And I feel like it's closing. It's coming to a close. Like a lot of my old, I don't know, like things that I felt I needed to heal from. I feel like I can finally look at those things or think about those things and feel those things and it not be as like destructive to me. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not as like big of a deal to think about the things that used to really bother me. Of course, there's always challenges. There's always new things, but something is soon coming to a close. And something new is beginning. I feel that. And it's not just because I'm 6 months pregnant, although that has a big part of it for me. But yeah. It's the year of the snake in Chinese zodiac, right? And that's rebirth, renewal, shedding old skin. There was something in astrology that happened too. Like something, there was one that, was it Neptune or Uranus or something shifted, and it hadn't shifted for a long time, and I forget what it was, but that I feel like is important too. So yeah, I have these cards laid out. I'm using the, oh my god, I don't even know the name of it, but it's by Ciro Marchetti, I think. It's the early 2000s sort of weird art that I like. And then there's the US Games Spirit Song Tarot. Yeah, looks like that. Animal guides and things. You know, I like that. I have a couple angel decks because I love angelic energy. It's very helpful, honestly. And okay, I also drew a few charms too. And one of them, I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool, is the Jera rune. And forgive me, I'm not really that well versed. I mean, I tried, like I color coded my book and I tried to, but so this one is year, cycle, progress. Jera's a wheel, and I might not be pronouncing it right, I'm sorry. It's a wheel that never stops turning, follows the 3 runes of hardship and learning. So the ones before that were all about like hardship, learning, and challenge, which I actually drew these cards for myself before I started, and it was challenge, willpower were the first 2. And this says, that follows the 3 runes of hardship and learning. It yields a grand harvest from seeds we have sown. Each season will share with us how we have grown. And that's amazing because, I mean, it's about to be September in a couple days, like big time fall vibes. I just started decorating my house for fall like 2 days ago. It feels like I'm shifting into that. And I feel like I've never in my life been more ready to shift into this fall, you know, like this autumn, like, or into the next phase. I've always had trouble leaving summer behind. And not anymore. Sometimes I chalk it up to just being excited for the baby to come in December, but it's more than that. You know, I feel a shift. I mean, I just chopped off all my freaking hair. Like there's a shift happening. Okay. Anyways, let's get to this reading. So, okay. First things first. I have 5 pentacle cards here. 4 of them are reversed. this tells me that there's maybe some of you are feeling like unstable with finances, unstable with things in the material, like the environment around you maybe feels very unstable. Definitely maybe a lack of like comfort in your environment, you know. But on the flip side of that, there are good things here too. I will get there. There's definitely some issues with the balance of power in your life. And for some of you, I feel like it may be either the metaphorical man, like society, like, you know, 9-to-5 capitalism. Some of you, that might be really, you know, and it being an issue right now. But for some of you, I feel like this like weird relationship like issue. Like, I don't want to go like domestic abuse, I don't want to say that, but it feels very much like this person is trapped by a more masculine energy than themselves. Like they feel like there's an imbalance of power. Okay. And justice needs to be kind of had and served, which it will be at the end of this cycle. But right now, someone's in the midst of it. It's getting there. You're finding the light. So, I want to start with, oh God, it's hard to, I got the 5 of Coins twice in both of these decks, and they both came out reversed, which tells me big time that like whatever you're going through, this feeling of not having enough, you're moving out of that. Okay, like for sure. I just found a ladybug on my walk yesterday, and my sister and I were just talking about ladybugs too, how her whole room was decorated as a ladybug, like for her nursery when she was a kid. And it's being released right now. Ooh. Some of you might have a lot to release as far as like childhood trauma that just needed to come up for some reason. Okay. And so that might be an issue happening here. Because definitely for some of you, it's a figure that you see as being like authority. Like you've been listening to this person for a long time, but it's time to kind of break out of that person or situation. Like I also said, the man, metaphorical, metaphysical, you know. Oh, and there's comfort again. Oh my God. But yeah, it's almost like not really like there's an issue. There's like a duality that comes with like, and I just want to point out, there's no such thing as duality. There are 3, power of 3, and that is more of like, you think black, white, there's gray, hot, cold, there's lukewarm. There's always a middle ground. Okay, it's not always seen, but it's there. So everybody sees these things as a form of duality of 2. So right now I feel like we got the as above, so below, which also, and this is the Jera rune, which to me right now there's a very give and take. We got the Temperance, we got balance. Like things are needing to be kind of figured out. We also have Justice, and I asked what animal guides might be coming to these people, and this card came out, and this is the Crow. There is a raven in here, but this is the Crow. Okay, just want to say that. But again, you guys could be, probably not unless you're going to the zoo, seeing a zebra and a walrus and a penguin. Or, you know, just out in the world. Of course, you can see those things on, you know, social media, whatever. But the ladybug really sticks out to me. And the crow, you know what? I see crows all the time. But yes, those could be symbols for you. So, in this period of needing to find this comfort, but maybe not really knowing where to find it, like feeling unstable about it, I feel you are going to come out of this feeling of not having enough. Ton of geese. And If that's confirmation for you, somehow, the geese, let that be. But it comes from almost like doing your own work. Like, you are going to find this comfort and community when you kind of, I hate to say it because maybe you've been feeling like you've been alone for a long time. And maybe you're meant to stand alone. But it's really like, you need to gather what you find important. And what you have is what you have. We can't always rely on somebody else to make us happy, because even though they may have been our comfort for a long time, or this way of life may have been comfortable, it's no longer serving you. And that's okay, because we shift, we change, we're constantly ebbing and flowing. And anybody that stays the same for a long period of time, that's them. But it's not everybody. Like, that's not how everybody works. That's not what everybody came here to do. Some people, that's fine. That's what they want to do. And, you know, that... good luck, you know, with your lessons. I don't know what to say. Like, you're just sitting in your armchair every day. But some people can't live that life. Some people can't live the life that they've been living for a long time. And you need to kind of break out. Like, it's like, I need to just break out. Like, there needs to be something. Something needs to give. I can't do it anymore, right? The truth will set you free. The truth will be known. And things will come to light, and that will change things. Things are going to change. I mean, I got the Tower here as the bottom card for this deck. The bottom card for this deck is the Three of Feathers. Okay, the Moth, the transformation. Hey, big time. Oh my god. Transformation cards, yo. But I just want to point out, this is the Three of Swords, which is typically like heartbreak and, you know, personal loss and things. But it was in reversed. So this to me is coming out of, you know, waking up. So the first card here we have is the Sun that popped out, which was already is like, first and foremost, you're good. I just saw a blue jay go by. And then it kind of starts with, okay, the King of Coins in reverse. We have Ace of Cups, which is like, with the Seven of, I'm just going to say, there's a new joy and a new passion, but it's comfort. There's a new happiness to be found and a new flow in getting out of that cycle of having to work so hard. Whatever that may have looked like for you, of having to work so hard for a long period of time, you may have felt trapped. And I don't know if breaking out of this, even though it makes you happy, it still feels like loss. And that's why it is so difficult right now. And it's almost like there's a fear, or there's not wanting to really be hanging around for a while, right? At a stalemate. Like, you don't want, I feel like you've been active for so long that it's hard to kind of just wait and rest. But that's what you're being called to do right now, is just to kind of like wait it out. Like, new things are starting, but they don't start overnight. You have to set the path in motion first. But that doesn't mean that you can't get out of what's making you unhappy right now. Because you can. You can, okay. But just remember that nobody's going to do it for you. You need to be able to call upon, you know, your higher self, or your guides, or your angels, everybody on your team, and, you know, you, and be like, look, I've got this, you know. I've got the willpower. I don't think you really know your whole power right now, but it's there. It's really there. Okay. As far as the Archangel cards, we have Comfort, Archangel Azrael. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. Big healing energy. Angel Therapy is the next card that came out. Archangel Raphael. Give your cares and worries to us angels and allow us to take your burdens. Which I know some people have issues with Christianity and Catholicism, which, trust me, I don't agree with everything either. But when you take bits of what is what resonates with your soul. To me, angelic beings aren't always like, it's not always like heaven. It's more cosmic than that. You know what I mean? But it is what you want it to be. Like, they are there for you. I felt it. I always gravitate to angels. And I find that it always helps. Okay, so yes, there's that. Oh my god, look at how like cosmic that freaking little like ball looks, right? It's interesting too. And then clairvoyance. Archangel Raziel. I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. And here are the chakras, right? Cosmic. I love that. So yeah, I know that was kind of a long reading. Well, not really, if it's going on YouTube, but oh, definitely something important with water here and like going with the flow. Like, I need to share this. Allow your life to feel like your life, not just moments. Allow your life to feel like you can, instead of driving from time you wake up to the time you go to bed, right? You're driving the car, you're in control. Instead of driving, give the trust over to another driver. Give that trust away. Go on a tour of a city you've never been to and take a trolley ride and just sit there and look out the window and explore and rest at the same time. That's what I want every day to look like. You don't need to be in control. You don't need to drive all the time. And that's what a lot of us do, is we just drive. Here's the train coming. We're always driving. I just said trolley too, which I know isn't train, but like, that's kind of cool, right? So yeah. Synchronicities happen every day. Don't psych yourself out and think that it's not happening, because it is. Okay. I'm gonna grab one final card from this angel deck. Expression. 19. Purple. If you feel like you haven't been able to be yourself for some time, I see a yellow bird. Allow yourself to just be who you are. To just release and relax and get on that trolley and just not have to be in control. So anyways, that was the reading, and I hope it found you if it needed to. Take care.